Hello, and welcome to President Pat's podcast at North Shore Community College. I'm Dr. Pat Gentili, proud president of North Shore Community College in Massachusetts. Today, we're going to feature one of our college's very special program, and one that certainly has my heart. It's called the Gateway to College program, and I'm fortunate to have 4 guests with me today to tell us more about this growing initiative. We have Jill Thornton, who is Dean of Strategic Partnerships here at the college, Nadira McDonald, the Gateway Director and truly one of the forces behind the true success of this program, Shakira, Moreta, who is the Gateway Success Coach for Lynn, and Dante Deamelio, who is the Gateway graduate and current North Shore Community College student. So he's going to tell us a little bit about his personal experience. I want to welcome all of you to the show and thank you for making time to talk with me about Gateway to College. So Jill, let's begin with you. Can you give us some background on this Gateway program, what it is, how we came to have it at the college, and what the goals are?
Sure, Pat, and thanks so much for the opportunity to be here today. The Gateway program at North Shore Community College is designed to empower academically capable youth in local school districts who have dropped out of high school or are in danger of dropping or are significantly behind in credits and unlikely to finish high school on time. The program provides an opportunity for participants to experience success in a college-based program that allows them to graduate with a high school diploma, free transferable college credits, a labor market-informed post-secondary plan, and the skills and habits necessary for success in college and the 21st century job market. At North Shore Community College, the Gateway to College goal is to have the majority of our graduates continue their education beyond the program, to complete an associate's degree or certificate program at NSCC, and to transfer to a 4-year college or enter the workforce with a college credential.
Well, thank you, Jill. That explanation is very helpful, I'm sure, to our listeners to know what the program is all about. Nadira, can you tell us a little bit about the focus on the students? Who are you looking for? How do you find them? And how do you bring them into the program?
Sure, Pat, and thank you again for the opportunity to feature our program. To be eligible for Gateway to College, students have to be between the ages of 16 to 20, behind in high school credits, or have dropped out of high school, and be able to complete their diploma by age 21. Perhaps most importantly, be willing to make the long-term commitment of 1 to 2 years to dedicate hard work to earning their high school diploma and progressing towards a college degree. Students come to us via high school recommendations, particularly high school guidance counselors, vice principals, special education personnel, identify students who they think would be a good fit for this opportunity. They apply for the program, and then we interview them, have them take the AccuPlacer, and we find ideal candidates that way.
That's wonderful. I can remember when we only had a handful of people the very first year, and now I know that it's been growing. Jill, could you tell us a little bit about the numbers and the growth over time?
Sure. It's been a little bit challenging to engage the districts that we're trying to work with, but as we approach our 6th semester with Gateway to College, we are gaining momentum. We currently have 44 new and returning students in the program at both of our campuses. 13 former Gateway to College students are currently enrolled at North Shore and taking classes this semester. And we anticipate a record number of graduates this spring. We will have 18.
That's really great. I mean, I love that the program has grown. I know that you've both, Nadira and you, have worked very hard at the challenges in reaching out to the school districts, and it just warms my heart to hear the kind of success that students have achieved already. Having 18 graduates this at the end of this semester is really a great thing. So, Dante, can we turn to you for a minute? Because you're our student here who've been through this program. And you currently are enrolled as a North Shore Community College student post your high school graduation. So tell us a little bit about how you got here and what your experience was like.
Thank you for having me. My circumstances were a lack of motivation in how I saw my high school experience as a traditional school setting. That just wasn't for me. I didn't really excel in a traditional school setting. I was fed up with the typical high school environment. I had a tendency to, I'm not proud to admit this, to walk out of school and not turn in my assignments. I knew I could complete all the work and homework with ease, not to be narcissistic. I was always capable of A's and D's throughout my academic career. I comprehended the content well. However, due to my ADHD, I struggled with motivation and application of myself in school. As well with the traditional high school environment, I viewed high school as a dramatized daycare in a way. Because I was older than most of my peers, I had more of a mature mindset. I was sick of being treated as a child in high school, and as well as the childish drama I was surrounded by on a day-to-day basis. However, one day I was called to the office by my assistant principal, one of few who understood how I felt in high school, and urged me to take this opportunity because she was very concerned that I was going to drop out. And I was planning on it. Gateway benefited me more than I originally believed it would when I was in the very early stages of the program. It gave me far more than I could say, a far more mature environment where I excelled socially and academically. The support I received from my success coach and, of course, the director of the program, Nadira, it's something I couldn't explain how grateful I am for, and I'll never forget it. They understood everything I spoke to them about, how I was feeling, my concerns and stresses. Just having people and, in some conversations or instances, mentors that I can talk to about just about anything without there being a barrier, where that definitely is what I appreciate most. Even to this day, I can pop in and speak to Nadira, and I greatly appreciate that. Even now, I receive support from these two great individuals who really care about what they're doing in their work. Despite me graduating, I can still say I'm proud to be a Gateway graduate. And looking back, I would have been a fool not to take this opportunity.
Well, you're not the only disaffected and bored student sometimes in high school. So being honest about what was happening and how you were feeling not challenged. And, sounds like the kind of student we'd love to have here at North Shore Community College. So, Nadira, why don't you tell me a little bit? I know that Dante was in one of our first cohorts. How did you find him?
Yeah, so I was contacted by the assistant principal at Revere High School. She had identified a few, maybe 10 students for the program. At Revere High School, they only have slots for 5 students. So we did have to go through an interview process and really look at the candidates to figure out who was the best fit. And so Dante was among those 5 students, and they were part of our original first cohort, which was about 10 students to start with in the fall of 2017. Dante graduated from the program and from Revere High School in May 2018, and so we were very proud of him. He has enrolled here at North Shore, and he's currently pursuing an associate's degree in liberal arts, and he has an intent to transfer to a 4-year college.
That's fabulous. So, Dante, how do you find college? Challenging enough for you?
At first, it was pretty easy, but now I'm taking lectures on metaphysics and philosophy, so that gets a little challenging. I leave class with a lot of questions, actually.
Okay, well, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to challenge you and broaden your view and provide you a learning experience that helps to stretch you and helps you to blossom. So once you get to your next institution after you complete your associate's degree and transfer, what are you intending to do?
I really want to go to school for illustration and creative writing because I want to become a author of a comic series.
Well, thank you for sharing your story and your future goals, and we know that you're going to be successful. Now, we haven't heard yet about how the role of the coach is and what you do to help not only bring those students in, but help retain them. So, Shakira, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role and what you do and how you interact with the students?
Sure, Pat, and thank you again for having us here. So my role is the Success Coach for the Gateway to College program here in Lynn. Essentially, the way I like to describe it to students is their guidance counselor or academic advisor here on campus. Being that they're dually enrolled, they still have access to their guidance counselors at school, and we work together with their school districts to make sure that they're on track to graduate based off the expected graduation date that they have in mind. Our students come into the office to hang out, get ready for their day, but during the foundation semester, which is their first semester in the program, I am with them a majority of the time outside of their classes. We have community meeting, which serves as kind of like a homeroom. We do a lot of activities just to kind of get ready for your day, and we have an academic lab, which is more like a study hall, making sure that they have the time to get their homework done because for many reasons, some students have to work, so they work outside of school and they may not necessarily know that work-life balance yet. So we try and build in homework time into their schedule. I also meet with the faculty that they work with just to make sure that they're on track and doing what they have to do. They'll always start off like a little shy and not willing to talk, but they come in, they feel comfortable enough to share certain stories about their life and their challenges with me and Nadira, and we kind of work through that to make sure that they're building the skills necessary to be successful, not only here at the college, but, later on in life, whether it is the workplace or just to make sure that they're feeling better moving forward after the Gateway to College program.
Well, I'm sure that personal attention and sometimes a little bit of firmness in making sure that the work does get done is very helpful. And Nadira, why don't you tell us a little bit about upcoming campus information sessions in case someone's really interested or knows somebody who may be benefiting from this particular program?
Sure. We have a few upcoming info sessions on campus that will be held on the following Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. March 25th at our Danvers campus, April 1st at our Lynn campus, April 8th at Danvers, and April 22nd at our Lynn campus. In the meantime, if we've piqued your interest at all, information can be found on our webpage, which is www.northshore.edu/gateway, or by dropping by LE318 in the LE315 suite at our Lynn campus and DB16 at our Danvers campus. I can be reached or contacted at 781-477-2185 at my Lynn office, and in Danvers, it's 978-762-4000 extension 5559. Folks can also email me at nmcdonal@northshore.edu.
Well, thank you for that information. And Jill, as we wind this up, what school districts have been involved in this program?
Well, we're really fortunate, Pat. We have 11 partners throughout the North Shore. They are Danvers, Excel Academy, Ipswich, Lynn, Lynnfield, Masconomet, Newburyport, Revere, Salem, Salem Academy, and Stoneham.
Wow. And if any school district people are thinking about this or listening to this, how do they get in touch with you?
They could reach me at my email, jthornto@northshore.edu.
Thank you, Jill. Well, I want to thank all four of you for sharing your experience, for taking the time out of what I know is a very busy schedule to come and to help us with this podcast. Jill, Nadira, Dante, Shakira, I love what you're doing. You have our full support here at North Shore Community College. I hope that the people who've been listening to this have been inspired by this wonderful program and maybe get in touch with you and see how they can help as well. This is Dr. Pat Gentili, President of North Shore Community College. I sure hope you learned something new today. If you are enjoying this podcast, I invite you to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play, and be sure to leave a review or a suggestion of what you'd like to know more about for future episodes. Until next time, ciao.